Controversial things that me and my husband do in our marriage. We have showered together since we have started dating. We've been together in a relationship for 13 years. I want to say I can count on both hands and toes how many times we have not showered together. It's not anything like weird or like whatever or like controlling factors or anything weird like that. But we do have a lot of kids in the house, and we've always had kids in the house. So we just kind of always used it as like a bonding experience. It's somewhere where we've always been able to talk. If we get into like a disagreement and we have a conversation, we usually wait and take it into the shower, which it doesn't happen often, but it's where we go to talk. It's where we go to have our alone time where we can actually like bounce ideas off of each other and just have regular conversation. Number two,
I've never heard of that in my entire life. Of all of the things that I've heard, in different conversations and panels and coaching calls, men, women, meetups in person, dinner conversations, large family, three brothers, all of them married. I've never heard of this in my entire life. I've never heard of a woman that said we've been together for 13 years or we've been together for an extended period of time and been married for a long time, and I can count on one hand probably the amount of times that we didn't shower together. I don't even have that type of time to have to be able to, like, it's almost like, what if I get up earlier than you and you know what I'm saying, I need to go somewhere? Do I have to wake you up in order to shower? And listen, I don't think it's a bad thing. So I'm not criticizing it, but I've just never heard of that in my entire life. That is the first thing that I've ever heard of in my entire life.
we do not share bank accounts at all. We never have. I do have a credit card that is on his account that has my name on it. Like, he got a credit card for me, but we don't share bank accounts. We've been together long enough that we had to do things 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever have you, because we were young when we got together and nobody had the money to just pay for everything. It just is not something that works for me, for us.
I don't necessarily disagree with that either. I think that people need to do whatever it is that work for their relationships, and the dynamics of them is different depending on the relationship itself. But I do believe that you should at least have one joint bank account. I do believe that, because even if both of y'all are working, if that's the account that y'all pay everything out of, I do believe that y'all should have the autonomy, to where it shouldn't be a asking for permission to go and buy stuff. Like, you need to give her a little bit of space to buy the stuff that she wants. You don't need to see all of the makeup purchases and all of that stuff. So I'm cool with having separate bank accounts, but I think that you should have at least one bank account together, so that y'all can figure stuff out together and make sure that everything is on the same page. So.
Us. Number three, we actually enjoy hanging out with each other. It's not like I'm not going to come hang out with you because my wife doesn't want me to, or I'm not going to come hang out with you because my husband won't let me leave the house. 90% of the time, we are preferring to spend time in each other's company, because that's like my best friend, and vice versa. So you should be marrying people that you actually like. This is like number.
Yeah, I don't see that's not controversial either. I like being by myself, and I like being with my chick. And people even get mad at the fact that I call her my chick, but it's more or less about having a best friend, right? And so I actually like and enjoy. It's not uncommon for me right now. I'm making this video and she's laying on a couch, and instead of going in the bedroom or watching it in a different space, she likes to just be up under me and she just likes to be around me. So, that's not an uncommon thing. There are a lot of people that don't like the person that they're laying next to, and so I can see why that could be kind of controversial and people are just like ships passing through the night. But that's not uncommon. Like, I prefer to either be, like, I do need my space, but I also like being around and with her. And so that shouldn't be a controversial thing.
Four, I let my husband lead. I have always let him lead. I think since we met, I've let him lead. I think that has to do a lot with the fact that when I met him, he kind of already gave off that energy. Don't get me wrong, I was already a single mom at the time. I already had two kids, so it was a bit of an adjustment.
Oh, snaps. All right. Now I didn't know. Like, we didn't even have to throw that part in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, you know what I stand on. Listen, if y'all able to finesse a guy into being a step baby daddy and taking care of another man's kids, God bless you. Me personally, I would never advocate for somebody to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And so this is a very interesting wrench that is thrown into the mix. And so, God bless you. I'm glad that she's able to find her person and they're able to stay together for a long time. But I just can't. I don't even remember what her fourth point was. What was the fourth point? Oh, she let him lead. My mind just go in other places when it go crazy. She says she lets him lead. It's not a controversial take either, but shit.
Adjustment, but he never gave me a reason to not believe that I can trust everything that he did or suggested. So I pretty much always just go with whatever it is that he says. To piggyback off of that, I do not have to ask my husband for permission for almost anything. And that comes basically because he trusts me, because trust goes both ways. And it can work however you want it to work in your relationship. If you and your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever have to talk to each other before you make purchases, that works for you. We don't have to do that unless it comes to very large purchases like cars or like a house or whatever have you. And then at that point, then we collaborate. But for majority of the things that we do, because all of our responsibilities are always taken care of, I don't have to ask. I lost track of the numbers. I don't know. But this is number whatever. I don't care if I have female family members or friends who reach out to him for help for anything.
Yeah, the woman is going to not like this one.
I actually expect him to help. I actually expect him to be the male figure that can help them with whatever it is that they need. But you don't have to go through me to do it. My husband, his brothers, and all of his cousins were all raised in a way where they were taught to be available when you need them. Like if someone needs a helping hand, you are there. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone who's in my circle or in my space or is related to me has access to my husband, because that is an extension of me, that is an extension of my family, and in turn that is an extension of his family. So if I have like a cousin or any of my sisters, and I have a crap ton of sisters who need him for anything, they have his number and can call him directly. You don't have to go through me to do so. Additionally, any of his male cousins know that they can just reach out to me. Any of his male friends know that if they need me, they can just reach out to me, because we, I guess, have to have trust with each other, because that seems to be a big issue.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag because I can call any of my brother's wives and be like, "Hey, listen, whatever," but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like if I call to plan a party or something, or I call and say, "Hey, tell my dog, tell Dre to call me," or something like that. That's one thing. The other side of it is, yeah, I don't know. It's a mixed bag. It just depends on who y'all are. Like I don't know. We known each other for forever in our lives, and so I guess maybe that's different. But no, I mean they need to go and get their own man. You know what I'm saying? They need to go and get their own people, and so he's not everybody's husband. But I also understand the fact that people can reach out because y'all that's just that cool and y'all just that close. You got to pick and choose how that works for you.
I guess, but it's not an issue for us, and anyone who knows us knows that and will tell you that. If you need to contact me or him for anything, here is his number. 90% of the time, I'm going to know about it because he's already told me about it anyway. It's really not a big deal. And lastly, we put our happiness prior to our kids. And let me explain. If I'm in a bad mood, or if I'm tired, or if I'm exhausted, or if I'm just not happy, the rest of the house is 90% of the time going to feel that, whether I want them to feel that or not. Same thing for him. Because we have so many kids and we have so many responsibilities, we feel
How many kids do y'all have?
Is extremely important to prioritize our relationship health, which requires us to be able to go and spend time by ourselves, go on vacation together, go on dates, whatever have you. And so because of that, my kids will in turn be happier if their parents are happy. I feel like that should kind of be a given. I didn't live in a household with both my parents. My husband did. And so I think a lot of his values and the way that he operates in life comes from that dynamic that he grew up in, and me having to literally learn how to be with this person. And I don't want to seem like I'm putting him like on a big tall horse or anything of that nature, but at the same time, like, when you end up in a relationship with someone who is just genuinely respectful, you don't have to teach them to respect you. It makes a world of a difference.
Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. A lot of takes that I'm pretty sure that people will find controversial. Most of them I don't. Some of them I do. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. I always like to give credit back to the content creator, so that link will be in the description. Teej Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.